Hi, you guys. I am desperate to try to give myself body up here with my short haircut. I do not know if this is going to work or not, but these are dry rollers. I prefer to use this because it doesn't damage my hair as much. But I'm gonna go there and blow dry all this, and just kind of hasten the drying process. I was just gonna curl here, but it just occurred to me, why don't you try your whole head and see what happens? It might be a disaster, but it can't get much worse than it already is. My hair's too short. So we shall see. Hi, you guys. I found a way to salvage my horrible haircut. I have to let this grow out, but I don't look good with a boyish cut. So what I did was I used curlers. When I got out of the shower, I put my hair in dry rollers, and then I used a blow dryer to dry it all up. And I don't have my other chair here. So this is what it looks like. I saved myself. This I needed to give myself body because I don't look good with a boyish cut. So it looks like the way that I'm going to save myself using this haircut is I'm going to have to use rollers. When I get out of the shower, put them in dry rollers. Then I use a blow. I used Redken straightening balm actually, but I think it works with curlers. I might go purchase some hairspray. So I usually don't like hairspray, but I need to get this to hold somehow, or maybe a holding gel or something. So maybe this might work. We'll see how this works. So I imagine when I sleep on it, it's going to go flat, but it's an improvement, I think. So I had to do something. What I'm going to do I'm not sure how I'm going to approach my next haircut. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it back in a ponytail and just to establish my line. And then after that, I will cut it like a normal beautician does. So I'm probably going to use the ponytail just to establish my line. And then I'm going to cut it like a regular beautician does. I'm just going to, work from the back, kind of using two mirrors. And we'll see how that goes. In the meanwhile, it looks like it came up with something that will at least help me to look more in tune with my hair personality. This is kind of like a soft classic. So this will tide me over while my hair grows out. And I'm not going to cut it because I need to grow it out. So, but this if I use curlers, it seems to help. So I'll have to remember that. So at least there's something. One time I got a botched cut from a beautician, a Jesuit beautician. It was so bad, nothing worked. Curlers didn't work, nothing worked. The cut was so bad. He did worse than me. So I did botch this cut. It's uneven. It's kind of heavy towards the front, and in the back it's too flat. So I just needed more body. So I thought of curlers. It looks like this has worked. I think this helps. It makes it look better on my head. I don't look good with a boyish haircut. So it pays to obey Jesus. I said, Jesus, you won't let me go to a beautician. I'm going to botch my hair. And I did, sort of, but Jesus has shown me a way to make it presentable while it's growing out, and it's kind of cute. The uneven is actually kind of there's the uneven bob is actually a style today, so I'm kind of like in fashion. I brushed my hair a little bit more over to this side. Let me see if that improves it a little bit. Yeah. Like I said, it's an uneven cut, but I'm not going to go and cut anymore. I need to grow everything out. the mistake I made was when I wasn't very careful about having a perfect line. See, the first line you establish is the basis for your whole cut. And if it's not even or it's not clear, then when you go into cut, you don't have a clear guide to help you as you go from section to section, and you end up cutting uneven. So I understand that now after watching all those videos, but I just didn't know that. So let's see. Yeah, this is an improvement. From now on, I will, I think it's better when I don't put it behind my ears, but I'm kind of experimenting with this cut to try to make do while I let it grow out. Jesus told me I can't spend money on a beautician, so I'm trying to figure out how to manage my hair without going to a beautician. So he'll show me. I have faith in him. He wouldn't ask me to do something that he wouldn't give me the ability to handle. Okay, here's my missionary haircut. I obeyed Jesus and didn't go to a beautician and did it, well, I did it myself. And let's see if I can get this to go out some more. And here is the result. Right now I've decided to just let it grow. I did spend some money to get a beautician scissors. I got a cheap set from Sally Beauty Supply. That cost me like $11. Beautician scissors with a cape and clips. The rollers I didn't have to purchase. My mother gave them to me several years ago. She rolls her hair all the time. She's a beautician, by the way. And so I use dry rollers, and then I just use a blow dryer to dry it. And I had everything I needed to do that. So I did that when I came out of the shower. And the next thing I'm going to do with my hair, well, from now on, it's going to be standard that I'm going to put my hair in curlers when I get out of the shower. Because it's too embarrassing any other way. I can't take this hairstyle any other way. And then I'm going to let all this grow out really long. And I may trim it when it gets down to about this long. I'll decide then. Actually, I think there's a beautician that's talking to me brain to brain. My men have hooked me up with him, and he's been advising me on my hair. He said, Gail, don't cut your hair. He said, you did fantastic for a first time ever cut, considering you've never been to beauty school or anything like that. So he said, don't be so hard on yourself. He said, but I'm going to help you out. And he said, he's trying to decide how to handle the back, cutting the back. He says that would be a challenge to do well, even for a beautician, because you can't, see what you're doing, and you can't hold the angle right. He says, we're going to cut up. He said, I probably with you, I'll have you use the ponytail to establish your line. And then when you get back there, we may just go with the old-fashioned method and just cut it the old-fashioned method. So like I'd use the ponytail, then I would start, then I would I would bring the hair down and I'd clip this here and then work on the back and just make sure it's very, very even here. Then I would work on cutting my hair, and fine tuning the line, going this way and going this way. Once I got the line perfect, then I'd work on the layers. And the way you would do the layers is you pull your hair in vertical sections, and you pull it out about right about there, and then you just get any stray ends. And then every time you pull it out, it has to be at the same angle. And he thinks I can do that. The key is holding it out at the same angle. If I don't do that, I'll ruin the cut. So, so this cut is kind of cute on me. Kind of like, it's not perfect, but I did attempt to do it on this cut, and I botched it. And then when you get to the sides, but I've learned a lesson from this one. That is, I got to make sure that I'm finding the right line. And when I went to the back, I was cutting way too short, and I shouldn't have gone so deep in. And I didn't understand the principle of finding the line and the angle of holding it out and all that. So by watching about 4 or 5 videos on how to cut a style. I learned a lot of beautician tactics. So next time I will do better. In the meanwhile, curlers are going to save me until this grows out because it's just too boyish of a cut. So I will be curling my hair regularly while this is growing out, just so I can stand it. So, but you know what? I have a feeling that because I didn't go to the beautician and that I obeyed Jesus, that he's made this first cut come out better than it could have. It could have been much, much worse. So, and he made it so that if I use curlers, I could make it look good. I actually pulled the curlers out slightly wet because I wasn't sure a really tight curl would be cute on me. But actually, I think a tight curl is cute. So next time I'm going to let the curlers dry a little bit more. I'm using, I'll show you the curlers at the beginning of this video. So you'll see it. I actually did a study of the uneven bob. And there's actually a style called uneven bob. But I've noticed whenever people wear an uneven bob, they put the part on the side of the short hair, and then the uneven part goes over this way. So if I'm going to, since this is an uneven bob, I need to make it look like I meant to cut it that way. And so if I wear it like this, then it looks better. So I got to remember to part it on this side and brush it over this way. So I'm not going to cut it because I like the length. I don't want to, but if it's going to be an uneven bob, I need to wear it properly. Like I said, uneven bobs are worn with the part opposite the long side. So the part needs to be on this side and then it'll work. Let's take a look here. Using curlers is a good strategy for now, but I have to part my hair on this side for this uneven bob to work. See, now this looks better. I was looking at some celebrities. There are actually hairstylists out there that are deliberately cutting bobs uneven, but the part needs to be on this side for it to work for me. So I did use curlers, and it helped.